Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, and today, May 31st, it is Memorial Day. We have a lot going on today.
We do.
A lot of special ceremonies around the Alamo City. We know Fort Sam has a special ceremony going on. We're going to be talking about that and so much more throughout the morning, but we're going to start with, I don't even know how you would describe it.
Okay, so did your mom or grandmother or aunt and uncle ever tell you growing up like certain things, like, and you'd be like, why? And they're like, oh, just because.
So yes, it was always the don't sit too close to the TV because you're going to ruin your eyes. Now we have our phones like this.
And we're really ruining our eyes.
What about you?
My mom, if she's watching, she wouldn't let me eat bananas at night.
Oh.
She's like, don't eat bananas at night. I said, why? She's like, because it's going to give you a stomach ache. I was like, does it? She's like, well, I don't know. She's like, my mother told me that. So now we have a list. We have 10 myths that has been proven to be...
They've been debunked.
Yes.
All right. So the first one that jumped out to me was cracking your knuckles will cause arthritis. Turns out, did you just crack your knuckles?
I did.
Turns out cracking your knuckles does not cause any harm to our joints and does not lead to arthritis. That is very nice to know, actually.
I know, because in the bit, this is an anxious business. We do it a lot.
Yeah.
We do it a lot.
That was a good one.
This one's really funny because I remember this happening. You should urinate on someone if they get stung by a jellyfish.
I don't know where you're
Remember
going to go with
the
this one.
Friends episode?
Oh, okay. That was good. I thought you were talking about a real life situation.
Well,
I
I grew up on the beach, and every time someone gets stung on the jellyfish, it's like, oh, someone has to pee on you. And I never let anyone do that. But
I'm going to switch the gears real quick. You have two dogs. I always learned dogs can only see in black and white. Apparently, that is wrong. They can see colors. Those colors are just not as bright.
Of course, Scooby and Sister can see me in my bright colors.
Your bright power suit.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more. I like, okay, this is another one that you hear from, grandmas and moms. Going out in the cold will give you a cold. Like, put a jacket on because you're going to get a cold from being out in the cold.
Yeah, I believe that one.
I believe it too, but it says, science says false. The viruses that cause colds may spread more easily in lower temperatures, and exposure to cold and drier may adversely impact the body's immune system to fight off viruses. So it's kind of
We're going to get calls from doctors being like, we need to talk about this.
But you know what? I always say, if I'm out in the cold, I get sick.
I don't know about that one. That one seems a little fishy. Anyway, we're going to have this whole list. We'll pull some out later. For now, let's take a look at today's 9 at 9.
Overnight, Texas Democrats staged a walkout to block a restrictive voting bill. Governor Greg Abbott now plans to add the bill to a special session later this year.
Police searching for the suspects who opened fire at a club in the Miami-Dade area early on Sunday. 2 people killed, 20 more sent to the hospital. There is now a $125,000 reward for any information that can lead to an arrest.
Here at home, 2 people walking along the San Antonio River found a man's body Saturday. He has not been identified yet. Police don't suspect any foul play.
President Joe Biden ordering an investigation into the origin of COVID-19 with a deadline of 90 days. Experts say until that's determined, we run the risk of history repeating itself.
We are just 53 days away from the Olympics. Although Japan is in a state of emergency, Australia's softball team is already headed to the games and is the first team to do so.
Tennis star Naomi Osaka was fined $15,000 for not talking to media after her victory at the French Open. Last week, she said she planned to skip interviews to protect her mental health, and she hopes any fine money can go to a mental health charity.
This weekend was the Indy 500 with 135,000 race fans in the stands. Indianapolis Motor Speedway may be paving the way for a return to normalcy for major sporting events.
Utah Jazz going into Game 3 up against the Grizzlies tonight, and today the 76ers hoping to close out their series against the Washington Wizards.
After a brutal year for movies, this weekend showed a sign of the box office bouncing back. A Quiet Place 2 is expected to bring in $58 million this Memorial Day weekend, and that's today's 9 at 9.
We're bringing it back.
Okay, so another thing that they said is it says nearly half believe heat escapes through your head, but experts claim only about 10% of body heat is lost through your head. So people are like, oh, cover your head, you get cold. But
you need to stop yelling at doctors with this cold nonsense.
okay, Sarah Spivey has a theory as well about this. If you get sick when you're out in the cold.
Well, you can still get pneumonia, and that's
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then another thing that I was told as a kid growing up was not to wait 30 minutes before you swim. If you eat, that's not.
Kids, you can go swimming.
Yeah, I don't know why, but you know what? The aquifer is doing all right. It's up 1/2 foot in the past 24 hours. We're now above the average by more than a foot. So the aquifer is looking good. We've got more rain in the forecast, though. I know that a lot of folks are pretty rain weary, but it does look like we're going to see continuing chances for rain through next weekend, honestly. In the pollen count today, molds are very high from recent rains, past 10,000, and grass is low. It is Memorial Day. A lot of people are going to be firing up the grills or the backyard barbecues. So your grilling forecast for Memorial Day, we'll be looking at only a 20% chance for isolated rain today, but some outdoor activities will be interrupted by a brief downpour. Other than that, it's going to be warm and humid, 86 for the high temperature. Coming up in the forecast, we'll talk about that isolated rain chance today. However, storms are probable overnight, especially in the hill country and the Edwards Plateau, and it is going to be a messy weather pattern this week with a chance for scattered showers and storms practically every day. So lots to talk about in the forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Taking a look at the roads. Right there, the situation we've been monitoring at I-35 and Rittiman, it appeared to have been an overturned vehicle earlier. Now, we're going to be monitoring the situation. Obviously, if you are out and about, try to avoid this area. We're going to be checking in periodically, let you know everything you need to know before you head out the door. Now to top stories we were following this morning. 3 pets had to be rescued after a raging house fire overnight.
Around 3:30 this morning, fire crews were called out to the home on Linsgrove and Capeswood Streets. That's not far from Dizavala and I-10 on the northwest side.
That's right. When they arrived, they found flames coming from the roof of the 2-story home. Investigators say the homeowners were actually staying at a hotel because they knew the house had some sort of electrical issue. But when they got to the scene, they realized their 2 dogs and cat were still inside.
Firefighters were able to rescue them, but they had to be taken to an emergency vet. So far, no word on what caused the fire or how much damage was caused. Investigators in Kerrville believe they may have stopped a potential mass shooting.
Yeah, the Kerr County Sheriff's Office arresting 28-year-old Coleman Thomas Belvins on Friday after they found a message threatening to shoot people inside a Walmart.
Authorities searched his home and found firearms, ammunition, and more, including what officials called radical ideology paraphernalia, such as books, flags, and handwritten documents. He is charged with terroristic threat to create public fear and serious bodily injury.
And a late-night joyride on a scooter turned into a terrifying situation for a teen.
According to police, a teenager and his uncle were riding an electric scooter downtown around 2 o'clock this morning when they heard a few pops.
Now, the teen originally thought he was just hit by some glass, but he had actually been shot in the leg. Police say someone drove by, fired a gunshot, but they have no description of the vehicle or the suspect.
This happened near East Martin and Soledad Street. The teen was taken to BAMC and is expected to be okay. Now to Texas, making national headlines. Democrats pulled off a dramatic last-ditch walkout that the Texas House Representatives last night to block one of the most restrictive voting laws in the U.S.
Now, the measure, if it was passed, would ban unsolicited mail-in ballot applications and overnight and Sunday morning voting. The bill also would require ID and signature matching for all mail-in ballots and would ban drive-through voting. It also expands access for partisan poll watchers.
Republicans say it gives security to state elections. Democrats are calling it discrimination.
Yesterday afternoon, the President of the United States talked about Texas. Of all the things that could be on the mind of our Commander-in-Chief, he has taken a moment to talk about SB 7 and how it is un-American. And we knew today, with the eyes of the nation watching actions in Austin, that we needed to send a message. And that message is very, very clear. Mr. President, we need a national response to federal voting rights.
Now, less than 24 hours earlier, the bill seemed all but guaranteed to reach Governor Greg Abbott's desk.
He has indicated he will add the bill to a special session he plans to call later this year.
In your morning headlines across the country, several deadly shootings over the weekend.
Inmates save a couple of other inmates from an overdose, and it's all about timing. David Sears is here with all those stories. Good morning, David.
Good morning. Timing is everything.
Absolutely.
Remember that.
Okay.
I'll tell you why in just a second. The search is on for the people who just opened fire on patrons at a Florida nightclub in the Miami area. 2 people killed, 20 injured. It happened early Sunday morning. An SUV just pulled up to the club and 3 people jumped out and opened fire on the crowd standing outside.
3 subjects stepped out of the vehicle with assault rifles and handguns and began shooting indiscriminately into the crowd, of which we believe is a targeted act of gun violence.
That's the second shooting in the greater Miami-Dade area. We had our own shooting the night before where 7 people were shot and 1 dead. So that's 30 shot, 2 dead in the greater Miami area, Metro-Dade area, Miami-Dade area. And it's just an indication of the problem we have with the scourge of gun violence in this country.
The injured victims of the club shooting were taken to the local hospitals, and since there were so many of them, several were taken by personal vehicle. Once again, there's a $125,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of those suspects. All right, let's take it to Ohio. Another shooting. This is a mom pulling her SUV into a parking spot. That's a red car. Watch what happens. 3 guys get out of the red car, suspects, and just come around to the front of the SUV with the mom inside and start shooting. They shot at the mom, Jessica Marzette, 23 times. Believe it or not, she was hit 7 times and is expected to be okay. It's all happening during the day right in front of the Fisher Fish and Chicken. Customers heard the shots and took action.
He hear the shot. I have employees, have customer on the floor.
Yeah, some of the customers got up off the floor after the shooting was over and went out and checked on the mom. The mother hit in the chest and the arm. She's out of the intensive care and once again expected to survive. The search is on for those suspects. All right, you're inside a jail in California. That is an inmate right there. You see another inmate on the ground, and you see that inmate just kind of staggering around. He falls down, and it was a good thing, too. Several fellow inmates come over to check on him. One of the inmates heads downstairs over to the wall to get Narcan. The L.A. County Sheriff's Department said they implemented a pilot program that gives inmates easy access. The inmates are instructed on how to administer the medication when they go through their inmate orientation. Good for the 2 inmates that guy was paying attention. Deputies finally arrived. The 2 inmates were taken to the hospital, and they were able to recover. All right, so what do they say? Timing is everything? We should all be so lucky. Elizabeth Johnson heads to the store to get her Powerball numbers last week. She missed the cutoff time for that night's drawing by just a few seconds, so that meant that the ticket with her numbers on it rolled over to the next drawing. She actually, had the ticket for the next one, but she didn't realize it until she checked those numbers just by chance and found out, she had played that next one, and boom, $2 million. Wow. So if she'd have been a few seconds earlier, nothing. A few seconds late, $2 million.
There you go.
Which comes out to 1.4 after taxes, but
Nice.
still 1.4 mil.
All right, so what's next for?
Disneyland and a house.
Nice.
So
Always check your tickets.
and
There
you
you
can
go.
probably spend a good 0.4 million at Disneyland. So
Oh, yeah. It's so expensive,
Goes
but it's
half of
fun.
it, right?
It's fun.
David Sears, thank you so much. Time now, 9/11, 76 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA at 9. David Sears sits down with the Vice President of USAA to talk all things Memorial Day, its true meaning, how you can participate, and how they've taken their efforts virtual once again.
No crowds, but still as meaningful. Just ahead on GMSA at 9, how fallen veterans, service members, and their families were honored during a private ceremony at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery. The details just ahead.
And taking a live look now at Arlington National Cemetery. Public now allowed to visit after a year of restrictions. President Joe Biden expected to speak at the wreath-laying ceremony coming up at 9:30. Welcome back. Obviously a very special day here at home and across the country. It is Memorial Day, a special day where we honor those men and women who died serving our country.
And this morning, in a solemn wreath-laying ceremony, the VA will honor veterans and service members at the Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery. Now, due to the pandemic, the Memorial Day ceremony will be held privately with only cemetery directors, support committee chair, and volunteer honor guard present.
That's right. Alicia Barrera is live from Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery with a look at today's events.
Good afternoon. Well, good morning. It was a very brief ceremony, and the reality is that Memorial Day for the second year in a row across national VA cemeteries looks a bit different because of the pandemic, but its significance stands true. Today, Aubrey David, Fort Sam Houston Cemetery Director, said whether civilians or in uniform, today we can take action to honor those who lost their life in defense of America. During today's invocation, it was said, quote, "Today we honor those who cherish freedom and liberty more than life itself," end quote. The wreath-laying ceremony was accompanied by a moment of silence, a rifle volley, and the playing of taps. And although, again, it was small, perhaps 20, maybe 30 people in attendance, it was just as powerful. And then one thing to note that we do want to add, if you do have plans on making it out here to pay your respects, to visit a loved one, know that they expect a big turnout today, so they have staff directing traffic. We're going to be sticking around this morning here on GMSA at 9 to hopefully speak to some of those family members visiting their loved ones. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you so much, Alicia. And I know, like Alicia was saying, a lot of people are expected to be out at some of those ceremonies. Sarah Spivey, the weather, do people need to pack an umbrella or a hat, sunscreen? What's going to be like?
You know, I would pack an umbrella just in case, because we are going to have a couple of passing downpours today. It's going to be isolated in nature, so not everybody is going to see rain today. But tonight, overnight, there is a better chance for some storms. Now, it has been a healthy May when it comes to rainfall. It's the last day of May, and the rain gauge, if we don't get one of those passing showers over the airport, will stand at a little bit more than 6 inches of rain for this month, which is almost 1 3/4 above what is average to see for the month of May. So a welcome dose of rainfall, although I will say it's been a pretty rainy month in the fact that we've seen 15 days of May with measurable rainfall at the airport. So a lot of us might be a little sick and tired of the rain, but unfortunately we're going to continue to see the chance for rain, especially even into the weekend. So far this year, we've seen more than 15 inches of rain, which is more than 2 inches above average for this time of year as well. So we're stocking up for those dry summer months. Outside right now, 75 degrees. We are seeing clouds increase from the west. Southeast winds at 10 to 11 miles per hour. And on the radar, a couple of passing showers earlier out near Sisterdale and Kerrville with the rain up toward the Austin area right now. And a wider view, you can see there are some showers out in Maverick County, some approaching Del Rio, some thunderstorms approaching Del Rio. So Del Rio, within the next hour and a half, you'll be interrupted by some of those thunderstorms. Those will perhaps track north into the hill country, but we are seeing increasing clouds. All right, we've got a lot to talk about. First, in the forecast, there is a cool front up to our north. This cool front is going to track to the south, and what it's going to do is it's going to fire off a few thunderstorms, a line of thunderstorms potentially across the hill country and the Edwards Plateau. This is late tonight at 11 p.m. And then in the overnight hours, it's likely that they'll hold on a bit to make it to San Antonio. We don't expect severe weather in San Antonio really in the overnight hours, but we could lead to some issues with some flooding. Then tomorrow morning, we'll be waking up in the 60s. Tomorrow during the day, it looks like a 30% chance for isolated rain during the day. But once again, in the evening hours, we're going to have to watch out to the west, where there could be some more thunderstorms that could impact us overnight Wednesday into Thursday. Again, severe risk is marginal for areas west of San Antonio with some potential hail, but the biggest concern, I believe, over the next 3 days is going to be the risk for flooding. Up to 2 inches in the hill country, up to 1 in San Antonio, up to 3 out toward the Rio Grande Valley. Not the Rio Grande Valley, the Rio Grande itself, toward Del Rio. So today for your Memorial Day, just an isolated shower or storm is possible, 86 for the high, but we'll be looking overnight at that potential for storms, southeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. I mentioned before the break that it's going to be a messy weather pattern. This is what I mean. We have a chance for rain every day. Not everyone will see rain every day, but we have a chance for rain every day. And even into the weekend, scattered showers and storms are looking more likely. Max and Sarah.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 921, 76 degrees out.
After the break, we celebrate the service of a local mail woman who is hanging up her hat for retirement. Her story next.
Welcome back. She's trading sorting letters for quality time with family and some overseas travel.
It's well-deserved and long overdue after working for the U.S. Postal Service for nearly 40 years.
Wow. KSAT producer Alexis Page spoke with the retiring mail carrier and delivers her final message to the communities she served.
It's Friday, May 28th, and mail carrier Anna Menchaca is giving it her all for the last time.
I'm never going to finish my ride. I'll be crying my husband.
She never intended to be here this long, but her husband Joe, who also works in the biz, put in a good word.
The regulars could hire recommend someone to work for them. And so she took my name and my social security number, and I got on as a rural carrier relief.
A one-day-a-week job grew to a full-time career. 36 years delivering the mail along with a smile.
The thing I loved about my job mostly is being out in the public and not being inside in the office. Once you're out here, you're your own boss.
One place Anna got to call the shots, the Emerald Forest subdivision, a route she worked for 25 years. And across so many miles in so many years, she created a close bond with those who live there.
They become my friends and they become my families. I've gone to a lot of their funerals. And I still miss them. I've seen them have kids and grow up, get married, and go off to college, and they come back. I've seen neighbors that leave and come back to visit friends, and they'll come look for me in my truck to see me, and that means a lot to me.
Even during our interview, you could see and feel that love. Many couldn't wait to give Anna a proper send-off.
I'm gonna miss. We're gonna miss you, Anna.
Anna's dedication has gone beyond delivering the mail, always going the extra mile.
She makes you feel like she's only coming to deliver your mail or your packages.
You just don't see that anymore these days. We're in 2021, and anybody that wants to do the job that she does needs to emulate the kind of work ethic that she has, because she's just awesome. We're truly, truly going to miss her.
As one chapter closes, another opens. Anna has big plans for her retirement, like celebrating her 45th wedding anniversary, overseas trips, and watching her daughter-in-law race in the Chicago Marathon.
It's been a good ride. It's been a fun ride, and it's been a good provider from my family.
Alexis Page, KSAT 12 News.
Well, Anna will be experiencing a lot of firsts in retirement. Like for the first time in 36 years, she won't be working on Christmas.
Also, she celebrated her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday and enjoy retirement.
Absolutely. My mom actually just texted me. She's from Eagle Pass, where Miss Anna grew up, so she says congratulations to her.
Small world.
I know.
All right, 927, 76 degrees out. A lot more coming up on GMSA at 9 a.m.
Well, after the break, David Sears is joined by the Vice President of USAA to talk about the true meaning of Memorial Day and how you can help honor those who paid the ultimate price.
And as we head to break, a quick check of the roadways. 35 at Ritterman. Everything seems to be flowing smoothly right there. Again, if you're out and about today, make sure to drive safe, be smart. We'll be right back.
This country has been involved in wars since 1775, from the Revolutionary War on our soil to 2 wars to end all wars in Europe. We fought in wars in the Middle East, Kuwait, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Thousands of men and women in our armed forces have given their lives for freedom, and today is the day we set aside to honor those who have paid the ultimate price. We are now joined by Vice Admiral U.S. Navy retired John Byrd, who spent 35 years in the Navy. Now he is Senior Vice President at USAA. First off, good morning, sir, and thanks for being with us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on this such important day and having this discussion.
You know, I think San Antonio probably has a better understanding than most cities across the country about today, just because we are Military City, USA, and the military has played such a role and such a great influence in our community. But give us a sense of the history of Memorial Day and why it is so important to our community and this country.
Well, first, let me agree with you. This is a great city, and you're right. They embrace the military traditions, and they love our military. Yeah, Memorial Day goes back to the Civil War. There was a tradition growing to decorate the graves of the fallen. It was called Decorations Day. After World War I, it evolved into being called Memorial Day. And then in 1971, by law, Act of Congress signed by the president, it became the fourth Monday in May is Memorial Day. And it's the one day we set aside a year to remember the fallen who paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we could enjoy this wonderful country and the freedoms we have. So in many ways, I think of it as our most sacred day, remembering those great Americans.
This weekend is a big weekend for a lot of folks. Since Monday, a lot of people are off of work and out of school, and they try to enjoy the weekend with their family and friends and cookouts and going to the lake. But what can people do, and how should they go about approaching Monday and maybe take a moment to remember why they have that day off and why they're able to gather with their family and friends and enjoy that day?
Yeah, I think this day is a great day, and I certainly enjoy barbecues myself and think about it the first day of summer. But we should take a few moments to remember what it's all about. You know, outside San Antonio, only 43% of Americans even know what Memorial Day is for. So if you take the time to discuss with family and friends what it's all about, to remember the fallen, and USAA has created a virtual poppy wall. So if you go to poppyandmemory.com, doesn't take long, you can learn about the poppy, how it came to be. You can find out about the poppy wall, and you can dedicate a poppy virtually to someone who gave their lives for us, either that you know or that you've read about. So it's just a small thing, but it's important that we keep up the idea of remembering those great Americans.
That's one thing that folks can do. Is there something else you might advise people to take time out to do while they're enjoying the weekend?
Well, sure. I would think it would be a great idea if you visited a national cemetery or the gravesite of a fallen American who gave their lives in the country. If you reached out to a family that you know, who might be a Gold Star family, which means a family who's lost a loved one, and thank them for the great sacrifice, show your appreciation, teach young children what it's all about so that we carry forward the significance of remembering people who gave their lives. If we want to have this great military, and I know we do in San Antonio, we're going to have a national character that remembers people that give their lives so that we can enjoy our freedoms.
I think earlier you mentioned 43% of the folks outside of San Antonio don't really understand what Memorial Day is all about. How do we educate those people so they understand how important this day really is?
Well, I think doing this is a great start. USA doing the poppy wall virtually, and then in years past, we've taken it to the National Mall. So I think get the word out, do some of the activities we talked about, and continue to raise awareness and be an advocate for the significance of Memorial Day goes a long way to changing that from 43% to, say, 85%.
And I think that's a great word, the significance of this day. Admiral, we appreciate your insight into this day and what it means and what it should mean to every American who is here on this soil and across the world. And we appreciate all those folks who are still stationed across the world as well, fighting for our freedoms. And we memorialize those who have lost their lives. Admiral, thank you very much for your service, and thank you for being with us today on Memorial Day.
Thank you so much. Serving was an honor and privilege, and thanks for having me.
Thank you.
What a powerful, powerful interview. A lot of special ceremonies going on today, like the one we're looking at right now.
And this is at the Arlington National Cemetery where President Biden is speaking in. So let's just take a listen.
We get. I know the incredible pride you felt seeing your loved one wear the uniform of our country, and the pride they felt wearing it. Our son Bo's service in the Delaware Army National Guard Unit The year he spent deployed in Iraq was one of the things that he was most proud of in life. Yesterday marked the anniversary of his death, and it's a hard time of year for me and our family, just like it is for so many of you. It can hurt to remember, but the hurt is how we feel and how we heal.
And that was President Biden talking about his son, Beau, who they lost to cancer, but was also part of the military. So basically reflecting on, understanding those families who have lost, their brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters, and sacrificed their lives to the country.
All right. Well, here at home, we know a lot of special ceremonies going on. We checked in with Alicia Barrera at Fort Sam earlier, taking a live look at the Alamo City, 77 degrees now. Sarah Spivey, what can people expect if they're out and about today?
Well, they should expect a generally nice day, just a little humid, but there is a chance for a passing shower or even a passing storm. Now, it's quiet right now in San Antonio, but out to the west toward Del Rio, if you look out to the west, if you're in Del Rio or Lake Amistad, which I'm sure there are quite a few people on the lake today, you'll notice the lightning. There are some broken thunderstorms that are trying to cross the Rio Grande there. So if you're in Bracketville, Del Rio, just be on alert over the next couple of hours. Other than that, some light rain showers from Crystal City all the way up to Kinney County. And again, we'll carry a 20% chance for an isolated shower or storm here in San Antonio today. The better chance for rain is going to be overnight. It's in the mid 70s. It's sticky. It's icky out there. You can feel the humidity. 72 in Comfort, 72 in Kerrville, 72 in Bandera. Some holes in the clouds. We're seeing some sunshine, but those clouds from the west are also approaching in. So it's going to be a mostly cloudy day for us. And again, we'll be watching those showers and storms out to the west. But tonight is the best chance for storms. 60% chance overnight storms in San Antonio, even higher up in the hill country and parts of the Edwards Plateau. 81 at noon, 86 for the afternoon high. Southeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and that 20% chance for rain. But there's a lot better chances for rain in the forecast for the rest of the week and even into the weekend. Another active weather pattern as we start June and end May. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. And we just heard President Biden speaking at, the National Cemetery in Arlington, and San Antonio is Military City, USA. So, of course, we find special, local, and meaningful ways to honor those who died serving our country.
Today, Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery holding a wreath-laying ceremony of our own. Alicia Barrera was out there. Tells us more about the event. Alicia?
Good morning. Well, today we know it's not about the big sale or grilling. Yes, we have the day off, but really this day is designed to really honor those fallen veterans of all branches and the families that they've left behind. So take a look at today's ceremony. Very small, very intimate. Some of the really powerful statements from today that really struck a chord were, quote, all headstones here tell a story. All have one similarity, and that's they sacrificed and gave all for the flag. So again, that's the meaning for today. Also, one that stood out for me today with those hosting this event is, quote, brave patriots have fallen in battlefields. We honor them, but we also honor the families these service members left behind. And that's a big thing. We don't want to forget them today as well. And today we honor those who cherished freedom and liberty more than life itself. Only about 20 people were in attendance at today's wreath-laying ceremony. It was private, close to the public, but hundreds, if not thousands, are expected to visit Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery today in order to honor their loved ones or simply pay their respects. And already pretty early still, 9:40 a.m. And we've seen those individual tributes. Just now we were speaking to one family member. He comes not just to honor his father, who was a veteran and died many years ago, but to honor everyone here. And it was very powerful to speak to him because he's running around the entire grounds of Fort Sam Houston Cemetery carrying a flag that represents all the branches of military. So we'll be sharing more of his story today at the news at noon. Max, Sarah, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Alicia. Very powerful day. Time now, 9:41, 77 degrees out.
You're watching GMSA at 9. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. We know it's Memorial Day. We know there's a lot of special ceremonies and there are a lot of people out and about today, but the weather the last few days has been a whirlwind.
It's been crazy. You know, yesterday for a little bit we had that brief sunshine, and then I know some areas had downpour, Sarah.
Yeah, where I lived, I got a flash of lightning across the street from me, and it was so close I could actually smell the lightning afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we did have a brief storm that moved through yesterday. Today we have a smaller chance, 20% for an isolated shower or downpour throughout the day. But Memorial Day as a whole will be quiet. It's really just tonight into the overnight hours that we'll have to monitor for some storms. It's 75 degrees outside. It is cloudy as the clouds have moved in from the west, but there are a few peaks of sunshine out there. Southeast winds at about 10 miles per hour. So on the radar, we did have a quick shower across Sisterdale, and you can see what I mean. A few peaks of sun from those clouds, but generally it's fairly cloudy out there right now. And the Austin area is getting some morning rain. In a wider view here, some showers out in Kinney County, just in north of Maverick County as well, moving generally north, so some streamer showers possible out there. And then near Lake Amistad, right across the border, we've got a couple of storms trying to make their way in. They are weakening quite a bit as they try to make their way into the U.S. from Mexico. However, we'll be watching those carefully. And if you are in Del Rio, just know that you could see some lightning just within the next hour and a half or so. But that's about it on the radar right now. Temperatures are in the mid 70s, 75 degrees at the Alamo City, 74 in Kerrville, 73 in Uvalde, already 81 in Beeville and Victoria, where they've had a little bit more sun. And it's going to be a muggy and warm day today. Temperatures will be able to warm up into the mid to upper 80s. A wider view of the state of Texas shows our weather pattern. We do have a cool front across the panhandle of Texas, and this is what is going to be giving the Hill Country and the Edwards Plateau a good chance to see some storms late tonight. And even here in San Antonio, we have the potential to see these storms make it to us overnight. So let me take you through the future cast here. That front is generally going to fall apart. It's not going to impact our temperatures, but it is going to spark off a broken line of storms close to midnight across the Edwards Plateau and the Hill Country. Here, there could be some strong storms with the potential for some quarter-sized hail and gusty winds. However, I do believe that by the time it makes it to San Antonio, if it makes it to San Antonio in the overnight hours, we're not going to be majorly concerned about severe weather. The biggest thing that I would be worried about is the potential for some flooding. But after that moves through tomorrow in the morning, we'll wake up to 67. We'll have a 30% chance for isolated rain during the day tomorrow with a high in the mid 80s. And then in the evening hours, we're going to have to look out west as well for the potential in the overnight hours for some more storms in San Antonio and for our western communities. As I mentioned, a small chance for severe weather tonight up in parts of the Hill Country and Edwards Plateau, but the biggest concern is going to be flooding through Wednesday. We could see around San Antonio up to an inch and a half, up in the Hill Country up to 2 inches, and in parts of the Edwards Plateau up to 3 inches. And that's just through Wednesday. We've got more rain in the forecast as well past that. But today, Memorial Day, isolated 20% chance for rain, 81 at noon, 86 in the afternoon for the high, and then in San Antonio, 60% chance for overnight storms, higher chance in parts of the Hill Country. And then a messy weather pattern this week as an upper level low is going to continue to send us rounds and rounds of energy through the weekend. Look at these rain chances. A chance for rain every single day. Again, it was similar last week, and then we'll be continuing to update you. So keep that KSAT Weather Authority app handy, because this is a messy weather pattern that we'll be able to refine each and every day.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Today is a special day, Memorial Day, a day of remembrance with so much significance built into all of its traditions.
From the flowers to the parades, David Sears is back to break down a few things you might have not known about the holiday. Good morning, David.
Let's start with what are the obvious travel, and just when you go home from work, that doesn't count as travel unless you live way out of town past 50 miles. So you remember last year when we were in the middle of the pandemic, so for the first time in 20 years, AAA did not release a travel forecast, basically how many people they thought would hit the road. This year, they did one, 37 million people traveling over this Memorial Day weekend. So that's a few folks on the road. And if you were out there Friday night, like when you got off of work Friday night, you felt the pain.
Yeah, no, and paying at the pump too.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Gas prices
Very expensive.
a little higher than they were last year, too. All right, how about this one? If you have ever been to a military funeral or seen one on TV, you have probably heard taps. It is played at funerals during the wreath-laying ceremony as well, every year at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier on Memorial Day. This is another tradition born out of the Civil War. Taps was adapted from another Civil War bugle call. According to the Arlington National Cemetery Legacy of Honor, a captain in the Union Army ordered his men to play taps at a fellow soldier's funeral, but they did it very quietly because they did not want to do the volley rifle salute because they didn't want to give away one of their positions to the Confederate Army that was nearby. So
it's always chilling to hear taps. I know they play it at Fort Sam at least once a week. I live nearby, and I always stop, and I love to hear it when they play it there.
you always know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of sad, but what a great tradition. The Ironton Lawrence Memorial Day Parade in Irontown, Ohio. I don't even know how to say Ironton. It's Ohio, so there you go. It's recognized as the oldest continuously running Memorial Day parade in the nation. The first one way back in 1868. It's not the first parade, though, just the oldest continuous parade. The actual first Memorial Day parade happened in Pennsylvania just a year earlier.
That's right. So fun fact, Doylestown, that's where it started. I grew up about 30 minutes away. Beautiful, beautiful.
Did you ever go to the parade?
Yes.
Wow.
A couple times. I think I have some pictures holding little American flags.
There you go.
Aww.
6-year-old Max.
Sweet 6-year-old Max. Okay, well, we'll move on. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, Memorial Day falls in May because this is when the flowers are blooming across the country. It was a Union soldier, General John A. Logan, who came up with the idea. He served in the Mexican-American War and the Civil War. And with the date in May, it allows citizens to decorate the graves of the fallen with fresh flowers.
Oh,
so you see those all over the grave sites, all over the national cemeteries, the flags and fresh flowers. Wow. Very awesome. All right. Finally, the National Monument of Remembrance Act was adopted back in 2000. It encourages us to pause on Memorial Day at 3 o'clock local time to remember the brave men and women who died serving our country. So this afternoon at 3 o'clock, if you want to take a minute and remember those who died, so you can take that minute.
Absolutely.
So there you go. And I know they do like ceremonies across, like there'll be some Major League Baseball games going on this afternoon, and a lot of them will stop at 3 o'clock. And you saw the train there. They talk about how trains will blow their whistles at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So there's a lot of different ways to bring that 3 o'clock out. So absolutely.
Thank you, David.
Just stop for a minute.
Yeah. Just stop and remember.
Very powerful.
Thank you, David.
Good stuff.
All right, David. Time now, 9:52, 77 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. I grew up playing video games. Did you guys?
Yes, I did. I played Tony Hawk.
Oh, okay. Well, now you can get paid $2,000 to you and your best friend for playing 21 hours of video games.
Okay, Max, let's do it. Yeah,
all right. What up,
that's right.
bestie? So here's some of the options. If you're turning 30 or 35, Legend of Zelda,
cool.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Street Fighter. We got Pokemon on the list, too.
And it's frontierbundles.com. They're paying up to $2,000 to gear up, play 21 hours of video games per person. You can play with your friend. They want to know if people play better by themselves, are they more hyper-focused, or they have more fun playing with your best bud.
We stay up for 21 hours every now and then for work. We could do that. Let's
There
go.
you go.
An extra $2,000. Let's do it.
We'll see you back here at News at Noon.